We're going to get to the washing portion finally of this. Not too complicated of a system here, some basic car wash. Sponges, microfiber preferably. Pressure washer set to low, and then 2 buckets, one for soap and one for rinsing. I'm going to get to it, so time to fast forward. So a couple quick tips I didn't realize I didn't cover before, but always start at the top of your car and move your way down to keep the dirt that's at the bottom from being scratched all over your paint above. Another thing is, with the 2 bucket system, put some soap on in your first bucket, scrub it in real good, scrub everything you can, rinse it off in the old bucket. All the dirt falls to the old bucket, and then you get your fresh soap again. So just trying to pass along a little bit of the information. Don't sway too much with circles. It actually causes some swirl marks eventually. Try to go in mostly even lines if you can across your car, and then work quarter panel at a time. Alright, so that's phase 1, completely washed, top to bottom, and I'm going to actually let it sit overnight and dry. Come out here early in the morning, we'll start on the clay bar, and then probably throw a little wax on top of that just to keep it safe. So, I'll catch up with you tomorrow. Alright, so after a quick wash last night, we're going to give it a good clay sponge today. We're going to experiment a little bit with green clay sponge. Supposedly they work for quite a while, and I'm going to test it out on this paint. I've seen some good reviews, some okay reviews. We're going to test it out. Other than that, we're just going to have a bottle of water and some microfiber towels. With microfiber towels, one thing I like to do right away is take these off. The only thing that's going to happen with those is that they're going to end up scratching your paint. So you don't want any of these tags hanging on there. Alright, so it's really hard to see the imperfections in the paint here, because it is actually pretty good already. But there are several imperfections, and we will try to get those out as we go through here. So the roof itself was kind of undetermined. It appears to make some improvement, but I can't really tell completely how much. So what we're going to do is we're going to clay sponge half of the front of the car, and then we're going to do the old bucket test and see how the water runs off. Should be fun. Let's see how it goes. On this hood right now is that this side has been clay sponged and that side has been untreated for well over 10 years. So now we're going to throw some water at it and see what it does. I'm curious too. Alright, so I don't think I have to tell you guys, that definitely worked. So these clay sponges are definitely pulling some dirt, some basic like dust out of the paint as it goes along. Is it as good as a clay bar? We may have to test that out on a different car at a different time. But as far as the water just running off without even waxing it yet, there's a definite marked improvement. So I finished clay sponging the car. There's actually a marked improvement in the paint. You can unfortunately see even more of the minor scratches and stuff that were there ahead of time, but now you can see them on a clean surface. So from here we can compound the paint and try to get some of that worked out. As far as this clay sponge goes, it worked the whole way across and it's still got a ton to go, so it appears to do exactly what it says it does. I'll give it a quick walk around here in a second. You guys can see where it's at right now. And then I've got to sort of figure out what kind of compound I want to use, what kind of polishing. For a 25-year-old car with 25-year-old paint, I think it's turned out great so far. I just want to give you that look over. The sponge seems to be working well, and we will, from here, we'll go ahead and give it some wax. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed the review on the clay sponge as well as the overall wash. For now, I'm actually going to wait and order better compounds than I currently have, and some new buffer pads as well. So we're gonna hold off for a few weeks on finishing up the paint. I've ordered some parts, so we might have some parts updates here soon, maybe some install videos for some of the simple things. Make sure to like and subscribe so you can keep up to date with this project and a few other car videos I'm starting to tinker with. And I look forward to keeping you guys up to date on the project.